Hi, Tour de Los Alamos racers and volunteers. I'm very excited about seeing you this weekend, and it's just a few short days. And so far, the weather looks like it's going to be perfect, just as I ordered it. Not hot and sunny, so we should have a great day for the race. I just wanted to touch on a few points that I think are important for both racers and all of the volunteers. And one of these is the race flyer. You can find this at the website, which is tdlabikerace.org. Again, TDLA for Tour de Los Alamos, tdlabikerace.org. So on there, you'll find some handy tables which explain where everything occurs and when. And so, for example, if you can register online by going to our website. You can only do that, you have to do that by Friday. You can register Saturday night at the in-person registration. That's also where you pick up your packet. That's going to be at Project Y. So that information is there along with the address. Bib and packet pickup on race day is listed there if you can't make it Saturday night. We hope you do, though. And then the race start location is at 20th and Trinity. It's the parking lot. It's a county parking lot on Ashley Pond. And then we hope everybody, volunteers, you too, comes to the Volunteer Appreciation and Race Awards ceremony. That's going to be held at Bathtub Row Brewing at 2 p.m. on Sunday. And just a couple of things, all the racers and volunteers, you get a lovely pair of Tour de Los Alamos socks. As well as a t-shirt. And the other very useful thing on the flyer is the table of start times for the different category of racers. So it also has the prize breakdown, but it tells you what time you will start. And do keep your eyes and ears open on race morning. The officials may, depending on number of entries, they may decide to combine a race or two. So if that happens, we'll try to make several announcements, but don't wander too far away from the race start. The other thing that you'll find at the race start in that parking lot, the cars for the follow cars will be there, where you can put in extra wheels if you like. They will be labeled with your category. And then let's talk a little bit about the course. And this is a USA cycling race, so road race, and so just to remind folks, no aero equipment is allowed for this type of race. And then we'll talk about some things that are specific to Los Alamos National Lab property, but let's just give you a feel for the course. So here is a ride that I did. You will start in downtown Los Alamos, actually off Trinity here. I didn't start exactly there, but that's where you'll start. This video goes kind of fast, so it's kind of a general overview of the course. So you'll start downtown, you'll cross over the Mega Bridge, go through the vehicle access point, and then to the back gate, where you'll take a left. And you'll go past Bandelier National Monument is here. You have a descent and a hairpin in Ancho Canyon. That is a neutral zone, which will be marked. You go through White Rock, and then turn left to come back up what we call lovingly the truck route, Jemez Road. You'll have to go through the vehicle access portal again in order to be able to get back to the loop. So that loop is about 27 miles and about 2,000 feet of climbing per loop. And as you can tell from your chart over here, you'll have different number of laps depending on what category of rider you are. So let's talk about a few things. Most of this course is actually surrounded by Los Alamos National Laboratory property, and there are a few rules about their area. You can't take any photos or videotape on their property. The finish line is on their property, so there's going to be no photos at the finish line. I'm sorry. And there's a couple other things, don't have a GoPro camera on your helmet, for example. So in Los Alamos National Laboratory, you could always have some sort of emergency or security situation that changes, that requires a response. It might be a response from security forces, might be a response from the fire department, from the police department, emergency management. So, always keep, vigilant for anything like that, and be paying attention, I guess, and yield to any of those type of vehicles. And all support staff that need access onto the property, if you're going through that vehicle access portal, you have to stop. So if you're a volunteer and you're volunteering at the aid station, you still have to stop at the vehicle access portal and have your driver's license ready. Just a reminder, you cannot have alcohol in your vehicle. You cannot have firearms in your vehicle, prohibited items in your vehicle when you go through those vehicle access portals. Bike riders, they're supposed to have the rightmost lane in the vehicle access portal open for you. But again, always paying attention. You don't have to stop at that vehicle access portal if there's no car that's blocking it, okay? The security situation at the lab can change. They can decide not to have that lane open for the bikers. If they do that, then you have to stop and always listen to the security personnel located there. And again, there's no photography or videotaping on any part of the course. The only places that I'd say, you can easily have photography is downtown Los Alamos or downtown White Rock. If you're in those two areas, you could, get a shot of the riders going by, but not at the finish line, not on the road that's transversing through that property. Please save photos for the Volunteer Appreciation Awards ceremony that's happening at 2 p.m. at Bathtub Row Brewing. And the other point for spectators is cars cannot be stopped on the side of the road on Lanel property. So you're welcome to park in White Rock, there's a visitor center, there's an overflow area. You could watch the race progress from that area, but please don't stop your car on the side of the road. Volunteers that are volunteering, for example, at the finish line or at the finish line or the aid station that's right next to the finish line, you can park at the Wellness Center parking lot, not on the side of the road, and just please be cautious when you're crossing Jemez, because there still will be traffic, which brings up another point. This is not a closed course. This is an open course. There will be vehicles on the course. Please always be watching for those vehicles. Please try to minimize disruption of traffic. We will have corner marshals on the intersections that are not as major. Los Alamos Police Department has graciously agreed to help us with the larger intersections to help keep everybody safe and the bikers going through those lights and intersections. For example, this one here, let me just go back through. So the intersection so back here at the back gate, you'll be hanging a left at that T intersection. Coming down here, again, that is Ancho Canyon, which will have a neutral zone designated. Race your heart out anywhere else on the course. And then through White Rock. And this left turn right there will be police at that intersection to kind of help you through that left turn. But again, always be cautious. It could be that a driver doesn't see the officer, and it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong, your injuries are going to hurt just as much. So the other thing for racers to keep in mind when you do proceed, again, they're supposed to have that rightmost lane in the vehicle access portal, which is right there, available for you. If for some reason on Sunday mornings there's a lot of tourist traffic and they might not realize they have to stop, and they may try to go through that open lane and then get flagged down by a security personnel. If there is a car stopped blocking the vehicle access portal and you can't get through without going around them, do not do it. Okay, you will be disqualified. It's not safe to go around a car. They might take off and not see you. So please, you're just going to have to wait. And unfortunately, that would just be really bad luck. But please, we'd rather nobody have an accident. I just had a bad bike race crash it was actually in a triathlon on September 9th, and I got a concussion among other injuries. And I am still recovering, and it's really not fun. And I try to be a cautious rider, so unfortunately it sometimes happens, but you don't have to I guess, make it more likely to happen. It's better to you know, do your best to avoid accidents. So this is kind of just a map of what you saw there, but again, we will start downtown. 20th and Trinity is that parking lot. We'll have a neutral parade down Trinity, go through the vehicle access portal. The race starts. You will see a timing official at the building over here, and the race will start. You will proceed this way, and then just depending on through the loop, again 27 miles, about 2,000 feet of climbing per loop. Nothing too crazy or steep. I mean, I think maybe 8% is the biggest grade. And this is the section right here is kind of a general climb, but some rollers through here. This is a big kind of long downhill. And then you're going to be climbing when you come back up the truck route here. So hopefully that gives you, especially for out-of-towners, some idea of what the course is like and where you should be and when. And for the volunteers, that gives you some idea too of what goes on with the race. We really appreciate all the volunteers. We need all of you. And I am working through positions and times, and I will try to get all of that information out as soon as possible. But if you submitted a volunteer form, we definitely need you. So I really appreciate that, and looking forward to seeing all of you. Thanks.